Good morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening, whenever you may be watching. It's sort of morning for me. It's almost noon, and that's morning enough for me. I'm a hopeless night owl. I've accepted this fact about myself. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Before I even get started, I want to shout out my good friend, Miss Shelley, over at From the Inside Out with Shelley. I'm going to link, she has got an LTK page, and it's a shopping link that she's working on, and congratulations, Shelley. I think that's wonderful. Yes, I signed up. I have got my alert set on, and I think your page is great. I am going to put her link in the either the description or the comments below, along with all of the women that I'm going to be in the collab with. We get to do another collab, and it's a cozy collab this time. I'll talk a little bit more about it in my next video. I want to give a better description of it as it gets closer to time to do the collab, but Miss Shelley is hosting it, so I think that's really great. Now, having said that, it's 36 degrees outside today. This time last week, I think it was 56, maybe even 60. So we got snow last night. Welcome to Southern Indiana in the Ohio Valley. I am feeling green today. I'm feeling my inner Irish. I am half Scotch Irish, so I'm going to wear my ColorPop Sage the Day palette today. But before we do that, we got to prime this face up. I'm still using my Luminous stuff. I decided to go ahead and return the machine that I got from them. It's just a little more than I'm comfortable using, and I think I might have even been using it wrong, but Luminous is a fantastic company. I'm going to keep buying this the spray on stuff, this kind, but the stuff that I was using with this, they've got a whole system, and then there's even one better than this that's really for pros. It's too much for me. And I just didn't feel comfortable with it. They offered to extend my trial period, for another couple of weeks, and wanted to send me to, put me on the phone with one of their professionals to help guide me and everything. And I thought that was really great, and I appreciated that. And I told them that. I said, I really do appreciate it, but I'm just so daggone happy with what I'm currently using, and I don't want to feel bad about it. I want to enjoy wearing makeup. I don't want the makeup to be wearing me. And it was trying that and mixing all the little, everything that you have to do to use that thing over there. If I were doing other people's faces, if I were that much of a professional, if I was whatever, if I did that for a living, I guess I'm trying to say, okay, then I would say, yeah, I want to learn this, and then I want to graduate to the next one that you have. That's actually it's got a little hose to it, and it's a real spray. I mean, that's a real spray. This is a real spray, but I mean, it's even more professional. I'm looking at my cat. I've got, I think, all three of my females in here. I know I've got my two grays, Gigi and Sparrow. And Gigi's trying to find a place to get comfortable. She's going to feel terrible whenever my daughter comes and takes this bed out of here, because this is my daughter's old bedroom, and she's wanting her bed. And I don't blame her. I don't know if I'm going to put another one in here or if I'm just going to rearrange everything, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, yeah, I don't want that system that I've been trying. I don't want it. It's too much for me. But I think I will continue using this spray because I love it. I mean, it costs, but I mean, so does everything else. I don't find it to be that much more expensive than any other, you know, higher range foundation. I mean, I love Il Makiage, and I don't buy that every month or every couple of months, although I do use it and love it. I think it's wonderful. I'm also very happy with a couple of the Temu foundations that I wear. But if you buy something, even like if you go to Ulta and you get a like Physicians Formula or Neutrogena or something like that, you're still going to pay. And if you go to Sephora and you buy, like their house brand, you're going to pay about what I'm paying for Luminous. So, and I like the finish. I like that it covers, but it's also sheer. I'm just real happy with it. And I'm if you find something you like, stick with it, right? I mean, that's me anyway. So, that's that. I've given you my spiel. It's a sunny day. It's a real pretty day. It's just cold. 36 is just downright chilly for me. I'm not a winter person at all. Anybody that knows me will tell you, winter and me are not. We're not buddies. We're not pals. We're not friends. So, it's Thursday. What are y'all's plans for today? Anybody doing anything exciting? Having any fun? Going anywhere? Like I said, I'm dropping my daughter's car off to have it looked at, and then I'm going grocery shopping with my wonderful mama. And she's going to bring me back home. And then when I come home, after my honey goes to work, I will probably do housework. And I'm going to cook something. I mentioned in my video yesterday that I've got an Instant Pot and was showing you the cookbook. I'm not going to make that chicken Murphy until next week, but I have a recipe for it's for steak Diane, but he has a recipe in there called, and he calls it Chuck and Diane, and it uses a chuck roast instead of a fillet, which that's way more in my budget. So that's probably what I'll do. I don't know if I'll make it tonight. I think I will make it tonight, even though my honey doesn't get home until late. I still like for him to have a nice dinner, and I don't cook every night. We cook on the weekends. He and I like to we kind of cook together. Our kitchen's kind of small, so it's hard for us to cook together. But we do what we can. But he said that he found a recipe, because see, I had to get this great big chuck roast. I only wanted like 1.5 pounds. I mean, the recipe asks you to get, I don't know, I think 4 pounds, but it feeds 4 to 6 people. Well, there's only 2 of us here, and I don't like to keep a lot of leftovers on hand. So I was like, I feel a little, stuck. So I was just going to go to the store and get a roast that was just, maybe a pound and a half. Well, they didn't have just that size. They had like golly, I think it's about 4 pounds. So I told my honey, I said, I'm just gonna, maybe, I think I might cut it in half. It depends on, it's a chuck roast, and those things can be really fatty. So I thought, well, I might have to cut it in half. And he said, well, if you do, I found this great recipe where I can take the other half and I'll turn it into some steaks. And I was like, well, okay. Rather than fix the whole darn thing and then possibly us not end up not wanting it all, for that one recipe, I would rather use part of it for, a recipe and then use the other half for, for him to grill us some steaks. So we're gonna take a look at that. Oh, well, let's see. Oh, it's in my hand. I didn't blend that in. Okay. Anyway, so that's what I've got going on. That's my big exciting Thursday. But again, we have St. Patrick's Day coming up, and like I said yesterday, I'm doing a recipe called a chicken Murphy, and it's got chicken and Italian sausage. I opted for sweet Italian instead of spicy, just because it's a little easier on my stomach. I don't tolerate pork just real well, but then I don't. I don't know. I'm not a heavy protein eater anyway. I like some seafood. I like salmon. I like fish and stuff like that. And I know I degree some chicken, but it's not something that I'm the veg. Can I just start over? I'm the vegetable eater. I like, there's anything green you want to toss at me, chances are I like it. So that's me. And my mom said that I must get my love of greens from my daddy, because she's not a fan of cooked greens of any kind. Now she'll eat raw spinach, or she'll eat spinach in like in a dish, and she likes my spinach artichoke dip that I make. I'll have to make that and share my recipe. Maybe do a video of me making that. A friend of mine has been wanting me to make some, and I haven't made it yet. But I don't make mine like the traditional recipes with cream cheese and all that. That's just not me. Okay, so we're using Sage the Day. So let's get this on my face. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with this one. There's the name. I'm trying to avoid putting my glasses on because I need to get going. But I just wanted to do a quick get ready with me. I'm enjoying this. And as usual, I didn't do my brows first, but that's all right. We'll just go back in with those real quick after I get a base coat down. I feel like I'm talking about painting a house. And maybe I kind of am. I'm going to paint this house. Instead of saying I'm going to beat this face, I'm going to paint this house. Okay, let's get these brows on. I've got another pair of tweezers, but I want to find my favorite pair, but I've got to pluck these brows. I need to get to a brow bar. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I haven't done it yet, but I need to get to one so I can get them to trim them and show me kind of how. I've got the scissors. I'm just, guys, with me not being able to see out of this eye, out of my right eye, I'm afraid I'm gonna, I don't know, do more damage. I'm gonna end up having to get my brows tattooed on because I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin them so bad, and they don't grow back in all that fast. So if I over pluck again, your girl might not have any brows anymore. So I just need professional help. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's what we're working with today. Get myself a nice big cynical arch there. That's the shape of my brow line, though. Whenever I look at it, they actually do point up like that. I don't want to look like I'm giving that I'm judging you face to anybody. Okay, you all know I've got a YouTuber that I watch, Ann Rankin, from Just Ann's World. I think her, and then Just Ann, and then I think her live is I'm Just Ann, and that's ANNE. Anyway, I was watching. She did a vlog. It was posted yesterday, but I think she said it was Tuesday when she was making it. Anyway, she just went shopping, had a day. She had some running that she needed to do, and she went shopping. She lives in New Jersey. I get such a kick out of her. Anyway, and she was in line at the grocery, and it was busy. And she was talking about there was a fella in line behind her, an older couple in line behind her, and he was just being grumpy about, I guess, the time that it was taking to get through the line, which nobody likes to stand in line. You know how it is whenever you're in a grocery store and it's busy. Oh, excuse me. It's it's not fun. Nobody enjoys that. But he was starting to be judgmental, and started talking about her. And she's like, normally I just let stuff like that go. She said, I'm not a confrontational person. She said, I don't want to be anyway. And she said, but, some of the things he was saying. And she was telling her story. I'm not going to, go through and repeat the whole thing, but she got it was very understandable that she got a little testy about it. People can be so just rude. It's like, my thought is, we're all in this together. The store is busy, so the lines are long. It takes as long as it takes. That's just the way that it is, folks. I mean, what do you want? But for him to be so hateful, I felt bad for her. I felt defensive on her behalf. I was sitting there like, what? So and so and such and such. What are you going to do? I don't know. I don't think that there's rarely an excuse for bad behavior. It costs zero to be nice. It costs nothing to be a nice person. And I believe that nice matters. I post on my Facebook page all the time. Kindness is an action word. Practice daily. And I don't know, for people to just, well, sometimes if you're just so unhappy with yourself, you're not going to spread joy to anybody around you. So she was very diplomatic about it, though. And I mean, she's got a heart of gold. She's a sweetheart. So anyway, that just got me a little riled up, I guess. And I felt bad that she had to put up with something like that, because she shouldn't have had to. Nobody should. I'll tell you what, though, it's easy for me to to sit here and say that, but you get me in my, at least my local Walmart, I get road rage in the store. That's when you really have to practice your action words. Be kind, be kind. Deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out, move on. This won't last forever. I have to repeat that to myself because, man, whew. Well, this is the first time I've used this palette, by the way, and it's going on really pretty. I need to blend it out a little, but I don't know. What do you guys think? My mom would love this palette. She loves all things green. I gave her a palette that had some real pretty greens in it. She likes it. God love her. She doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but when she does, she that's the color she likes. She likes the greens. All right, let's put a little more of this first color on here before we blend. I need to wash all of my brushes. Oh my gosh. That's an all-day job. I've got a lot of them, as I've said before, and so rather than wash the ones that I use a lot, I reach for brand new ones. That's just pure laziness. I need to go ahead and wash my brushes. Okay, I don't think that's too bad. The liner. I was not planning on this being a long video. By the time I edit it, hopefully it won't be. I can't say enough good things about this eyeliner from Temu. This particular brand. This brand. I love it. Dragon Rain. All the different colors that I've used, this one and the pink one that I have, those are my favorites. They're very versatile. They're shiny, and I love the shiny things. But they last. They go on just as creamy as anything, and they have a lot of staying power, which I certainly appreciate. And they don't cost much at nothing. This hair, I guess I need to go get my hair trimmed. I just need to. But anytime I put my glasses on, it messes up my hair. Just enough for it to stick out and look silly. Okay. I've got sleepy time music on my TV because I like the mushrooms. I think those are groovy. I dig on some mushrooms, the 70s look. Okay, now my cat's trying to get into stuff. See, my other gray one is happy to just lay there and sleep. Not this one. She's got to be into everything. Gigi just wants to know all of it. I tell you what, though, I just love her. She's amazing. Watching her stay alive. just, she was just this little bitty, she wasn't any bigger than this when I found her. I mean, just barely. I mean, just this little bitty puff of gray that was just, she couldn't see, couldn't hear, but man, she knew how to meow. But it was because of her that we were able to save her tribe, all but one, and that made me sad that we couldn't save that one. Made me really sad. But for the 4 that made it, it wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for her. So she's very special, and it just does something whenever you're doing something that's bigger than you. I these little tiny syringes that I fed her with, and and using my own body heat to keep her warm, because that age they can't regulate their own body heat. Gosh, that was just the whole, looking back, I mean, it's just what an adventure. What an absolute beautiful experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I say that now. There's times whenever they all get the zoomies, all 6 cats get the zoomies. Our senior, Zika, she doesn't really do that much anymore. She's content just to lay around and sleep most of the day. But, I mean, when she was younger, she was just as bad. Yeah, so whenever they get on a roll, wow. They are up and down the stairs. That we've got a couple of really nice cat towers that they can do all the things. It's got little dangly toys. Well, it had them. It had them. Not so much anymore. Okay, well, this is the Bambi Eye Mascara. Here's the wand. And let's see how she does. No smell. Well, a slight. Like, smells like mascara. So. Oh, look, I'm not doing the Jeffree Star thing. He says to get underneath and roll out. And that really does work. I just don't think about it. I'm so used to just, getting it on there and getting it done. But his technique works. Okay, this stuff. I have got one eyelash that grows like in. It wants to go in my eye. And that's so aggravating, because that happens to be that eye, that my blind eye, but it's like I know that it's there. Kind of like when you got like something in your eye. Well, I guess I kind of do, because it pokes it. I've got to call my eye doctor, by the way, and reschedule that appointment. I really need him to take a look at me to see if those eye drops and stuff worked to get the shingles, make them go away. And I need him to put my plugs back in that came out, because they are so hopelessly dry. But his technique really does work. I lack the coordination to do it evenly on my left eye. but it works. Oh, that one lash. That is so frustrating. I try to use enough mascara to get it to like stick to the other lashes so it'll stay up. Oh, well. Okay. My mom is probably like, are you ready yet? Hello? Did we forget? All right, let's do the lips and then set this face and call it a day. I got some of that highlighter on my lips. Shiny. Lined. And I think I'm going to go back in with that elf that I used, that I was talking about yesterday. That Happy. Man, that's pretty. And it's so moisturizing. Hi, baby. Don't jump up on me, please. I've got to trim your nails. Oh. All right. So this is us today. What do we think? I gotta get, well, hi. She jumped up on me. Well, thanks for not digging your claws into me before you did it. Let's see. Is there anything else? Do I want a gloss? That's glossy enough. I think we're good. I just need to throw some earrings on. I think I'm going to put my shamrocks. My Temu shamrocks. There's one. Get the back on. And here's the other. I know it's not St. Patty's Day yet, but again, I think I can get away with it. I'm Scotch Irish on my father's side of the family. How they wound up in Alabama, I'd have to look at my family tree. Go on Ancestry. So anyway, here we are. What do we think? Think it's going to work today? I hope so, because I'm not going to redo it. All right. Well, I hope you guys have, well, hi, sweetie. I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon, morning, day, whenever you're watching. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you for stopping by. Please leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Consider clicking the like button. Consider subscribing. Would really love that. At any rate, you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.